What is your favorite line from the first movie?
Mine is "You hit me with the phone, Dick."
Which was not scripted, right? Part of that scene wasn't planned.
No, he hit me with the phone and he's a dick. Super easy line.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to come up with.
Yeah.
Yours?
No, what's yours?
Please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel.
So good.
Well read.
That was my line.
What's your favorite line?
That line?
Yeah, he stole my line.
Please give it up for the great Rose McGowan. Mr. Skeet Ulrich. The voice of Ghostface, Roger L. Jackson. And some guy named Matthew Lillard.
What's up, everybody?
Hello?
Woo! There's a lot of people in this steamy room. Who's sweating? Yeah. You have us for about an hour. We like to spend a good deal of this time telling you how grateful we are for your presence, for being here, for supporting us. It means more than, well, we'll explain as we go along, but it means more than you think. So thank you very much. I love seeing all the families that come, all the camaraderie you have, all the love that you share. It's really heartwarming to all of us. So thank you for being you. Thank you.
I just want to say, Rose and Matthew, since you're at your first Silver Screen Con, this is something I love doing at Silver Screen. Who here is at your first horror convention? Yeah, so welcome.
I was wondering if you were staying over there for a reason.
I don't know why I went there. I was playing hard to get.
I was trying to keep him to myself.
I'm very slutty. That's a lie. Hi, everyone.
So I want to ask, obviously you all are very associated with one another for good reason, but how often do you get together like this? Even specifically just the four of you? Maybe not as often as one might think.
Not nearly enough.
Yeah, I mean, the four of us it's pretty rare. I mean, but Rose has been doing more the last 6 months, it seems. Matt's been busy, so we've only done, 3 or 4 of these this year together. We got to see a movie together the other night, which was a blast.
What movie?
We saw Five Nights at Freddy's 2.
Yeah.
Did you see it on the big screen?
We did.
Yes.
It was so good.
Very good.
I could tell by your expression to what he said that you're like, oh, are we supposed to talk about that?
I don't think we are. No, we can. No, they can.
We can mention that fact.
Yeah.
Nothing beyond, unfortunately.
It's really good. It's really good. I'm really happy.
Let me tell you about the ending.
Yeah. It turns out there's 2 Freddy Fazbears. We're working together the whole time. We have microphones set up here and a packed house. So if you want to begin queuing up for Jesus, don't hurt each other.
Queuing up for Q&A.
And that's already too many people.
Yeah. We'll never get through all those.
Yeah.
We usually like to come out and say hi to everybody, but we don't have any wireless mics.
Yeah.
I mean, you could steal those.
It's good to stay here.
And they could also bring you some, but it's safe up here too.
I just want to say that we love getting together. It's one of the things that Hollywood's a funny place. You worked together 100 years ago, and when you get a chance to be, it's like having a family. Kathleen Turner told me on my first movie, I was very excited about seeing people after the movie wrapped. And Sam Waterston and I played chess every single day of shooting the film. And I was like, I'll see you next week. We'll play chess. And he's like, oh, buddy, we won't see each other next week. I'm like, you want to bet? I'll show you I have never seen Sam Waterston since the last day of that movie. And I was like, oh my God, he was right. But Kathleen Turner said doing a movie is like having a family with a built-in divorce, which is pretty tragic. It's pretty tragic because you are tight and you're inseparable. And then when you see each other years later, it's like being reunited with dear old family members. And so one of the great things that we've had over the last couple of years is doing these conventions. Not only do we get to connect with the fellowship of fans, but we get to spend time together. We break bread, we eat, we travel together. Skeet and I are together all the time. So it's one of the gifts of this industry and one of the gifts of the con circuit, to answer your question.
Yeah. And before we get to some questions, but I have a question. Before, speaking of the two of you being together a lot, at a Silver Scream Con, I think it was last year actually, or maybe the year before, I had some of your castmates here, and one of them was shocked to hear of the fan theory that Billy and Stu were queer-coded. It was hard for me to believe that I was the first person to present that idea, but...
I feel like maybe that's a motive in Tatum's death. In the movie...
Probably.
Deep subplot that maybe they weren't even aware of the characters. That deep. Maybe later.
Yeah.
Or maybe
If
we
you
were
live.
totally aware.
Oh, yeah. Either way.
What?
Either way it works.
Yeah. We are the first husbands of horror.
Yeah.
You are.
I love that. The reason I love it is because there's a lot of hatred in the world right now. And I love standing up and saying we are the first gay couple ever in the horror movie. And there's nothing they can fucking say about it.
Yeah.
You can't touch it. You can't take it away. So, I don't know. If there's a little gay kid out there going, oh my God, we see you. We love you.
Fact.
Fact.
And a gay kid created those characters and wrote that story, so...
Yes, hell yes.
There's some great circumstantial evidence to back this. So what we'll do is we'll start over here, and if you could tell us your name and where you're from, and then your question.
My name's Alec. I'm from Connecticut, and I have a question for all of you. What is your favorite line from the first movie?
Mine is you hit me with the phone, dick.
Which was not scripted, right? Part of that scene
Was
wasn't
not.
planned.
No, he hit me with the phone and he's a dick. Super easy
Yeah,
line.
it wasn't hard to come up with.
Yeah.
Yours?
No, what's yours?
Please don't kill me, Mr. Ghostface. I want to be in the sequel.
So good.
Well read.
That was my line.
What's your favorite line?
That line?
Yeah, he stole my line. No, I like the whole sequence in the end of the movie. I feel like has so many great lines, right? It just has like this collection of, in the chaos of this horrific twist at the end of the film, you have these little idiosyncratic lines that light up the screen and are funny, and you're laughing at the same time you're horrified. And I think that's one of the things that makes that movie work, is that Wes had the ability to find these little beats and let them live, where sometimes filmmakers are so controlling, they don't let that kind of energy in. And to Wes's credit, he would allow that sort of freedom within the form.
I'm still waiting for someone to make the Wes the janitor action figure. How is that not a thing yet?
So good.
Very good point.
So good.
And then we'll go over here.
Hi, my name's Christina. I'm from Pennsylvania. This is for Matthew and Skeet. Obviously, you guys had great on-screen chemistry in Scream, and I was just wondering what it was like to reunite in a movie like Five Nights at Freddy's, without spoilers, obviously.
I can't say. I'll spoil it all. I like to blab, and if you get me going, I'm going to tell you the whole thing. I always love spending time with Matt. He's one of the greatest people I know, quite honestly. He's such a, as you guys have experienced, he's such a giving man, and so I always like spending time with him, and that was no exception.
I am thrilled to have him in the community. I think people are gonna. I saw his performance this week. They're gonna love it. I think he's playing a great character. That if the movie's successful, hopefully he comes back. I don't know if that I can say that. I don't think I always come back. But having him in I think that we've seen how voracious this Five Nights community is, and I just think it's lovely to have him a part of that. I'm glad Scott brought him in.
Yeah, and for you to do one franchise like that, let alone two, let alone Scooby-Doo, we can throw that in there. I mean, these huge, a lot of actors are it's hard to get one, and you've had three now.
Yeah, it's really strange. I've caught a generation, like every 10 years, I'll find a movie. And it's not like I'm trying. It's not like nobody can try to sort of,
Plot that out.
Yeah. But I've been really blessed.
Amazing.
Yeah.
We'll go over here.
Hi, I'm Amanda and I'm from Michigan. My question is actually for Skeet, and it's going to be a really weird one.
Next question.
Wait, I want to hear it.
Okay, so I'm obsessed with the show Jericho and sad that it got canceled years ago.
Thank you.
So my question is, how do you think that the Green family, especially, your character, would have handled Ghostface killings happening in Jericho?
I think I would have been killing myself, most likely. That was such a great show, and unfortunately, we were just at the wrong network who didn't really do shows like that. We had a massive, loyal fan base that rose up when they canceled it and started this Nuts campaign.
Nuts.
It was like the first show brought back from cancellation in, I think, 24 years at that time. And so there was a lot to it, and we had created such a great community of artists between the actors and the filmmakers and everybody, literally everybody. So it's sad that it ended, for sure. As far as your plot point, I don't know. I mean, I feel like Jake had a lot of resources, so I think he would have handled it just fine.
I think so, too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you perk up when he said the fans rose up?
I did, but also sometimes if someone says gross, I perk up too. I'm just looking over here at Mike Myers beyond the hi.
Just casual.
I just want to know you are creepy.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah. The camera's the only thing that makes me feel comfortable at all.
When I had two of the Jasons up here, they flipped them off.
Yeah.
So.
Like, that's our gang fight.
What you got over there?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Audrey. I'm from Maine.
Hi, Audrey.
And I was wondering about in Scream VI, when Billy Loomis had his cameo as the older version of him, why wasn't it you, Skeet? And also, I was wondering, would anyone else like to have had a cameo like how Randy did in Scream V, where they replayed the video of him, or anything that kind of represented them younger, again, but in an older movie?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a little confused because it was me. And I am a little older.
That's how good his performance was.
But yeah, it was typecasting.
They were looking for a Skeet Ulrich type.
Right, yeah. I auditioned. I got it.
And I'm actually in Scream VII. Yeah. So
You brought some sides with you, right? You're gonna.
I'm gonna roll the clip. Are you ready?
When does that come out? Do you know yet?
Yeah.
February.
February 5th, I think, or February 27th. Somebody said. Thank you. That's weird that you know that date. You already have tickets. Amazing.
We can throw that question to Rose.
Yeah.
I mean, would you like to find a way back into the Scream franchise?
Well, to be honest, I've always thought that Tatum had a twin, hence the single bed, or the double bed in her bed in Tatum's room. And I was always thought, who was the other bed for? I had a theory that she had like a dark-haired sister that was off at school somewhere, because the family didn't really acknowledge each other that much because Dewey didn't really make a big deal out of Tatum dying for quite a few years. But I have heard that eventually Tatum made a cameo in a picture frame. Respect. Rest in peace.
That is
But,
hilarious. Dewey, how come you don't care about
Dewey.
your sister? Oh, that's so funny.
ask him all that next time you see him, please. Thank you.
Yes, I
Thank
will.
you.
I mean, Roger, as the reoccurring voice throughout all of these films.
Yeah,
where
Roger
the
has
victims
been in
come and
every
go.
single one.
Yeah.
Legend.
I mean, it has to be surreal, to be back here with the folks from the first one, and it's not as though you were there hanging out on set all day. So,
I
I would
didn't
imagine
get to meet any of these guys until after the fourth film when we started doing conventions. Hi. Hi. Love your show.
Hey, Roger,
Love your
did you
movie.
do the voice in Mortal Kombat for?
Yeah.
You did, and I did the face.
A lot of
So
fun.
cool. We worked together again.
Which one of us are you? You'll have to kill me to find out. Stu? Billy?
just red meat being flung across the panel room.
Yeah, it's so good.
So good. Goosebumps.
It's the most, I mean, outside the mask, it's the most iconic piece of the franchise.
Absolutely.
Is Roger
Without a
Jackson.
doubt. And irreplaceable.
Irreplaceable.
I hope.
Hi, I'm Marissa from Worcester. Welcome to my city.
Oh my God, you're a perfect Worcester person. Why? Just say it again, one more time.
Worcester.
So sexy. So good. Worcester.
My question is for you, Matthew. Your filmography is just incredible and spans across so many genres. And you kill it every single time, from my favorite horror movie, 13 Ghosts, to Without a Paddle. And I love you in Good Girls. Is there any genre that you haven't done that you want to do, or one that you want to revisit?
Porn. No. There are children in the audience.
Hopefully they don't know what that means.
Uncle Skeet said cartoons. First of all, that is very sweet. Thank you very much. There is nothing that I hold on to in terms of things I want. I say to my kids every single day, if I die, I don't say it every day, but I say all the time, if I die tomorrow, just know I could not be happier. I've had the greatest life. I'm convinced you're all a part of my simulation. Because I am living in a simulation. So thank you for being here. But no, there's nothing I hold on to. The only thing I hold on to that I want is to keep working with people I like. I'm working with Mike Flanagan right now. And I would follow him to the end of my career. I mean, he's the best. Working with him is lovely. He's great people. He has great people around him. But nothing specific. It's just people. I like the people rather than genre. Genre is like, if you're a chef, you're just cooking with different meat.
Well, especially when you kill it every single time.
Well, you have terrible taste in film. You did say, 13 Ghosts is horrible. Make no mistake. Terrible. If you're saying no right now, you have bad taste in film as well. It's a glass house, a portal to hell. Come on. Anyways, but you're very sweet. Thank you.
You need to direct more.
Oh, you're very sweet.
How many of you have seen his film, Fat Kid Rules the World? Billy Campbell said it was some of the best work he's ever done, and he's right. That's a great film.
Thank you.
I mean, when I told this guy that Billy and Stu are on the Mount Rushmore of horror, he said agree to disagree. So very, very humble, which we appreciate. But you guys are on the Mount Rushmore.
Well, I think Ghostface is. I don't know if we are.
I mean, but you're the two that are really behind that mask. The originals.
Well, I agree to disagree. Thank
Yes,
you.
over here.
Hi, I'm Tara. I'm from Michigan, and I was wondering, out of all the Scream movies, which is your favorite and why?
Number one, no other choice.
Same.
Because it's our.
Well, yeah, no, it's. I mean, it's. Well, I had the most to do of any of the Screams I was in, and it was, it was a vibrant part of our youth in a way that was. You can't replace that. So I think saying that isn't really so much a film commentary as where we were in our lives at the time. And, you know, we were a bunch of young kids who had no idea that something like this would happen. And so we got together and created what we created and fell in love with each other and with the time. So definitely the first one.
Thank you.
Over here.
Hi, my name is Zach. I'm from Michigan, and I just wanted to know what would be the biggest horror trope that you would want to flip on its head in a role, such as you're the killer, but you're terrible at it. What would be something that you would want to see done?
It's interesting because Scream flipped every trope and openly talked about the tropes as it was happening.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have an answer. Other than, look, I think that individuality of filmmaking, like the reason that movie worked at that time is because they took the tropes and attacked.
Right.
And like we refuse to do the same thing. So for me, what's happening right now in horror is really exciting. I don't think it's about flipping tropes. I think it's earnestly telling a story and making great film using horror as the genre. So many times it was like slasher kind of crap films that just were there to make money. Now you have really great filmmakers making really great films that happen to be in the horror genre.
Horror is making a tremendous
It's
comeback.
an amazing time to be a horror film.
Absolutely amazing
for
right
sure.
now.
So I think nobody needs a trope. Just keep being great, creative energy. Like bring creative energy to the storytelling. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I personally would think that the girl that has sex gets to live. Just a little thing. And maybe even she could be the killer too.
How about like a female killer, like a badass female killer that makes sense?
There we go.
That's smart.
In a horror movie, not in a revenge kind of movie. In a horror movie that's just a horror.
Mike Madsen.
I mean, I think Scream 4 is the best sequel. Just saying. We have a female killer. I know. But there, you know, we've had a female Ghostface.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a way to kill the mood. Sorry,
And she
everybody.
won an Oscar.
Good job, Ryan.
We're here. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Alexa. I'm from Toronto, and I know Scream pretty much shaped my love for movies and horror movies. What would you say, like, your favorite movie from back then, like, shaped you as who you are now?
Roger, I'd like to hear your...
From back then,
Yeah.
I was shaped a lot earlier. I'd started watching, I loved monster movies from the time I was 4. And I saw Frankenstein for the first time on television. And I started collecting horror movie cards. I'd throw away the bubble gum, keep the cards, and reading Famous Monsters of Filmland. So I loved werewolves and mummies and artificial beings. And absolutely. James Whale, great director.
What about you?
For me, I grew up seeing kind of like old movies, like movies from the 20s, 30s, and 40s. So for me, it would be like the original Nosferatu. That was my father's favorite movie. Yeah. And there's a German director named Fritz Lang who did to me, for me, one of the all-time scariest psychological horrors, which is a movie called M. And there's a whistle in that. Yes. There's balloons involved and children. But in it, well, you'll have to see it.
I'm not a horror fan. I know, it sounds really weird. It's a job. But like Fast Times at Ridgemont High, that's a movie that I watched like way more times than I should have. And there's something about that film, like the Spicoli, like the whole like tapestry of that film, like or Princess Bride. Princess Bride was one of the movies that was like sword fighting and comedy and love. It was like perfect. Yes, that, whatever you said.
In terms of horror, I remember when Salem's Lot, the original series, came out and just being riveted by it. And I think I was that was early 80s, so I was like 11 or 12 years old, something like that. And I just found it fascinating. Later in life, as I sort of started to figure out what I wanted to do, I saw a movie called Weeds with Nick Nolte and Joe Mantegna about a group in prison that start a theater company. And the work they did in it, I jumped off my sofa ready to go be an actor. So stuff like that, you just never know where it's going to come from for somebody, but that one for me was really profound.
Thank you.
Thank you. Great question.
Over this way.
Hi, my name's Rachel. I'm from Western Mass, and my question is for everybody. What was your most favorite scene to film? Like, what did you have the most fun filming?
In Scream, I assume?
Any movie.
In any movie. Oh, wow. God, that's tough to choose. Do you have one offhand?
That's too quick.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot. I mean, certainly in Scream, I think all that kitchen sequence at the end, which I think we shot for 17 days or something, shooting days for that sequence alone. That's pretty hard to top. I've had stuff, I love riding horses and doing period pieces, so those are always fun too. But yeah, in Scream, it was that one.
I had a machine gun leg.
Yeah,
and
oh, yes, you did.
And that was made of a 10-pound cast on one leg and a high heel 4-inch boot on the other. And I had to run on wires, run up to a big, like a 10-foot wall, fly over the wall and the wires, have 0.5 seconds to get my arm around the wires so it didn't cut off my arms, land in a spin and kill about 20 zombies, do a back bend while an RPG grenade goes under my back, and then put on my sunglasses and watch the carnage. That was probably my favorite. Casual day at the office.
Yeah.
How you doing?
When you describe it that way.
Casual day at the office. So like, what'd you do at work today? Well.
Yeah, that's what we call a Tuesday afternoon for Rose McGowan.
Fair. Very fair.
Yes, sir. What's your question, Matt?
I have a question for Matt Lillard. What's it like being a sex symbol? No, I was going to answer the question. I did a movie called Love's Labor's Lost with Kenneth Branagh. No, like 7 people in the world have seen it. And we did an entire musical. And so we're like dancing and like all these 1920s and 1930s classics. And so for me, that's like my favorite movie. And we did Love's Labor's Lost. We did the Shakespearean play. So that's my favorite.
Shakespeare with Kenneth Branagh and a musical. All right, you are a sex symbol. Matthew Lillard.
Yeah.
Yes.
Hi. What's your name?
Jeff from Massachusetts.
Hi, Jeff from Mass. You don't sound nearly as cool as that other woman. She was...
Because I didn't say Worcester.
Still not as cool. What's your question?
So I don't have a question, but I do...
Next question.
It's good. I want to say... I still own the box sets for Miracle and Jericho.
Oh, wow.
I was responsible for making up Scooby-Doo stories when I was putting my kid to bed when she was young. And when you became Shaggy, it just blew our minds. And Rose, I was told by my wife to give you a message that you are a badass. And I fully agree.
Even without the leg.
For so many reasons. Fuck yeah. That was good. Go ahead, bud.
Skeet, first, my name is Chris, I'm from Worcester as well.
Hi.
You were the second best thing on Riverdale behind Luke Perry.
Oh, thank you.
This question is for Matthew, but it's for the whole panel. If they made Wing Commander 2, what would everyone's role be in it?
What is that?
Those horrible cats. If you've seen the movie, none of you should. There's these like, they spent all this money on the CGs, and then they have these real, I forgot their name, Kilrathian.
Yeah, the Kilrathian.
They were like giant cats that kind of moved like this. And they had to be shrouded in fog because they looked so horrible. So we would all be Kilrathian cats. Thank you for your question.
I feel like you would be the fog.
Say what?
You'd be the fog. Oh, okay.
Talk!
Okay. My name's Aaliyah. I'm from Connecticut, and my question is, I have two questions for everyone. What's your favorite part about meeting all the fans, and why did you start your acting careers?
Wow. Roger, you want to start with that?
My favorite part about meeting all of you is meeting all of you, because we wouldn't be here if not for you. It's your interest in what we do that has put us here. And, you know, when you work in recorded media, the only audience you have is the crew. But you are the people who made it. Being the audience is not a passive thing. It's thank you. Thank every one of you.
I was skipping school. I saw a flyer that said you could make $45 a day. So I thought, I'll skip school and make $45 a day. And then there was this weird movie called Class of 1999 with cyborg teachers. You know how it goes. I think it's kind of like real life sometimes, but and so basically I had no lines in this, but they kept featuring me, so my little head would just kind of float around. It was with like Malcolm McDowell.
It's a weird fucking movie.
With Joshua Miller from River's Edge and Near Dark, who wrote my movie that I directed. And then after that experience, I was like, no thanks. But then I got discovered and kept going. But my favorite thing about meeting the fans, honestly, one, I used to really wonder, I was like, who's on the other side? Who's on the other side of this? And it's been the great honor of my life to find out how, coming and being this age and meeting like generational, like families now and finding out kind of like how we've been interwoven through your lives. And that, as Roger said, one, we wouldn't be here without you, but two, it's really the great honor of my life that I was suspected you were all cool as fuck, and it's right, and it's correct. And I like people with unique special interests and passion, and so thank you. Sorry, there's children, I said the F word.
I think there's always at one of these weekends, there's somebody who comes through the line who you can tell with 2 minutes you can transform their view of things and open them up in a way, let them know they're seen, and it's quite moving when you see it affect somebody in that way. And yeah, of course, meeting everybody is incredible, but there's always that one that just changes your weekend. And it's a real privilege that we get to meet all you guys and that we get to sit there and do what we do. But again, like Roger said, thank you guys. Thank you so much.
Yeah. I think the weight of who we are and how we walk through this world has value to us. I think sometimes celebrities take it for granted, and I think that if you have the power to make somebody feel seen, it's really transformative to the people that need that, right? If you've got somebody on the outside looking in on life and then you can make them feel special, it's powerful. So, and that's your second question, which is how did you become an actor? I was a kid who was obese, a severe learning disability. I wore glasses, had braces. I was a transplant from Detroit, Michigan to Southern California, and I was lost. And I was really shitty at a lot of things. And I got into a place where I got into acting class, and for the first time in my life, an adult said to me as a kid, hey, you are good at that. And it's amazing how powerful little words like that can mean to a kid that needs it the most. And so for me, it was never about being here. It was about finding the people that I identified with and just doing the thing I loved for as long as I could until I found a way to make money at it. And so none of this is like, when you look at a celebrity 99 times out of 100, it's because they were passionately engaged in something and just kept doing it no matter what the hell anyone else said, right? So if you're out there and you have something in your life that you identify as, and you have something in your life that you fucking love, then go do that shit and you will find a way to feed yourself. I promise you. If you commit yourself to it, you'll find a way to feed yourself. Right? But those are two profoundly good questions. So thank you for your questions.
Thank you.
That was a
You're welcome.
profoundly good answer. I'm like,
Yeah. Well, it's big. It's big. And if, you can have a kid who's lost and you can hug the shit out of them. I think that you can change a life in a 1 minute transaction if you're available to change the life. Right? If that kid comes to you, or that man comes to you, or woman, or that non-binary kid, or that queer kid, whatever, you have the ability to hold them and see them and make an impact. If you value it, and just not everyone does. And I think we love these moments because we have a respect for that moment. Anyways, long story. Sorry, long answer.
Hi, my name
Does your shirt say Billy?
Yes, it does.
It's funny. Did they not have a stew?
They did not. They did not.
They were sold out.
They were.
That was so nice. That was the nicest thing you've ever said.
that's the first husbands of horror right there.
I got you, honey.
Thanks, baby.
Hi.
Hi, what's your question?
So, what was the craziest thing that happened on set of Scream 1?
Wow. I mean, I don't know. For me, accidentally hitting him with the phone was pretty fun. For you.
Accidentally, he says now.
Yes, accidentally. I don't know. Rose, what was the highlight?
I think probably going up and down in the garage door about 8 times. I enjoyed that. And also, honestly, I have a really bad aim always. And Wes he never showed frustration, but there was like, girl, throw the beer bottle on the side of the camera. Ghostface is standing right there. So finally they put like a big black flag up with an X, a red X. And so I was like, yeah, I got this one. And I threw it as hard as I could right into the camera lens. And then also he let me ad-lib the word mom right when my neck gets crunched. Listen for it the next time you walk. I watch. I wanted to make it extra like a little psychological
that's
sadness.
the most heartbreaking part in the whole film that is otherwise fun.
Well, I perceived it as more like she's real. I wanted people to feel like this was like a real person.
These deaths matter.
Yeah, like these people she was real and mattered, and it wasn't a disposable human. And also I really enjoyed that I saw the storyboards. I saw in advance how they were going to shoot the whole garage sequence. So I knew the camera was going to be on Tatum's behind at one point. So when I was lucky enough that Wes agreed to let me go to the Santa Rosa Mall and buy her clothes, I found this skirt that had like this psychedelic swirl that ended right at the point where the camera would be. And I just thought, well, people are going to see this on a big screen. Look into the swirl. It was like my strange little prank, but now you know.
That's awesome.
One more thing.
Tatum hypnosis.
You have a great story about being on set.
What, oh yeah, what is it?
Well, not being on set.
First of all, in film, we never
actually,
get what Roger gave to us.
I was in various places, but in the scene where you and Nev are in your bedroom and Ghostface calls, and you come out onto the landing, and Dewey comes out, I was there where you were filming it, on the landing, but nobody knew who I was. And it was funny because on the first take, David Arquette comes out but on the first take, he comes sliding out of his bedroom and he was wearing only tidy whities. He had a Magnum 45 and a giant teddy bear. And Wes had a laugh and said, okay, cut, reset.
That's an epic moment. To David, was like, oh, hello, sir. Hello.
But you were there during the whole first sequence with Drew, weren't you?
Yeah. The first night, I'm actually outside the window. If you know the layout, you're looking at the room. There's the French windows back here, and there's a window off to stage right. I'm outside that window, under a piece of cardboard, while it's raining, on the cell phone with a mic, trying to watch Drew, Ms. Barrymore, I must say, through the window. But then that night, see, they were going to, their plan was to just have me play the scene with Drew Barrymore, because she wanted an actor to play the scene with. And then they were going to dub it all in post back in Hollywood. But that night, Wes and Marianne Madalena, the producer, decided they liked what I was doing, so they decided to keep me and keep the tradition of being live on the set, playing the scene with the actors. So on the second night, I'm in the garage with my camera monitor.
No more cardboard.
Right.
Amazing. Stepping up. Good for you. That's amazing.
Next time you watch the film, when you see the guy playing her boyfriend, Steve, it looks like he's sweating. That's not sweat, that's rain. Because real rain doesn't photograph. You have to have big drops for it to photograph. So this guy is setting duct tape to a chair in the rain, unable to move.
There you go.
Too long.
For me, it was like hanging out. So I didn't go to college. So for me, the Scream experience was my college. I was a kid. We were all like sort of at an age where we had enough money to go to dinner. So every weekend we would all go out. It was like, David Arquette had, like, we would work until like 6 a.m. So we'd come home at 6 a.m. covered in blood. We'd all go to David's room because we just got done with work. So we'd start drinking. So it was like a fraternity mixed with a job. And that, to me, is like the thing that is the craziest thing that happened on set, is that we were inseparable for those 3 months.
And must I say, my mom loves you.
She has incredible taste in men. Ryan, just so you know, Ryan is like one of the world's renowned moderators, and we said to Ryan, hey, we always go to the audience. Our expectation, our hope is that we share something about our lives rather than just talking about screams. You can ask us about anything, just so you know, with the 8 minutes we have left. But Ryan's a great moderator. Do you want to ask a question?
Can you come with me everywhere and introduce me?
Yeah, for sure. I'm very expensive.
Well, I do want to ask, I know that you obviously cannot and should not give us any spoilers for this upcoming Scream film. But having come back into the franchise yourself a moment or two before your colleague here, what kind of conversations did the two of you have when they approached you? I imagine inevitably somebody reached out and said, like, hey, they want me to come back now too. What were those conversations like about coming back?
My memory of them was, for years, Matt had wanted to come back to the franchise, and for whatever reason, Billy wound up coming back. But when I knew how much he wanted to do it, and then when he got it, I remember just being elated for him because it's something he had been wanting for a long time. I don't know that we had a ton of conversation. We haven't talked at all about it. I don't press him on what goes down. What's the movie? What do you, anything. But that's my memory of that time, was really just being so happy for him.
Yeah, it's funny. I was on a phone call. I have this company called Beadle and Grimm's, which I'm very excited about. And I was on a work call, and I got a call from Kevin Williamson in the middle of the day. Kevin Williamson is the original writer of Scream, and he also is the director of Scream VII. And I got a call from Kevin Williamson in the middle of the day. I'm like, I have to take this phone call that's coming in. And I took the phone call, and we kind of small talked, and he's like, are you interested in coming back? And I literally thought to myself, I've been waiting for this call for like 20 years. I was so excited. I know exactly where I was. I know exactly the time of day. I know, I knew what I was wearing. I was like, oh my God. And I was on a walk, so I know it's so weird that it's like these moments that's burned into your memory. I remember where I was when I told Skeet about it. And I'm thrilled to be back. The movie's fantastic, and I'm really excited for people to see it. I think it's going to be. I think it's going to be another. I think it's going to. It's not going to ruin the franchise. That's the good news. I don't think.
I mean, with Kevin in control and with you being back, how could it not succeed? I mean, it's just got to be. And I'm sure when Kevin said to you, "Would you be interested in coming back?" You probably thought, "Well, clearly you haven't been reading any of my press."
No, he was like, "You should shut up about Scream now. Just be quiet."
Yeah.
So, they were gonna try to keep it secret until the movie came out, and I'm like, well, "Okay, we'll try."
Yeah. Well, you've done a good job keeping Tatum's twin secret. So
Yeah.
No one knows about that yet.
How many more? What time are we out?
We probably could do 2 or 3 more. We have run over, but it is the fucking cast of Scream, so. We try over here.
Hi, I'm Candace from Los Angeles. I was wondering if you had anything to say about the Scream series on MTV, if you've seen it.
I never watched it.
We're
So
very old.
I have nothing to say.
Was it a dating show?
No, it was kind of like a MTV's version of Scream.
Is it
kind of-
current?
No, it was
Oh.
like 2014, 2015 or something. It was
I
a while.
missed that. I'm sorry. Was it good?
I thought it was pretty good. The
Right
first
on.
season was really good, but
It's like being divorced and then invited to your ex-wife's Thanksgiving.
Awkward.
You're like, "Oh, that's so great. I don't want to go." So I haven't seen it.
Okay.
I'm sure it was fantastic.
I didn't watch it until they hired me for the 3rd season.
Oh,
wow.
that was the Netflix
What took them
one,
so
right?
long?
Yeah, I got to fight my pal, the dearly departed Tony Todd, who was Hookman.
Tony Todd, by the way,
Love
second
Tony.
time today.
I worked with Tony a lot.
Great man.
Okay, this one is for Matthew Lillard. What's your opinion on playing William Afton, and are you going to be in the second FNAF movie if there is going to be one?
There's definitely going to be one. We saw it this week. So it's coming out.
Cool.
It's coming out December 5th, pretty soon, actually. I love William Afton. The first movie, I think I had like 2 written lines in the script, and I said to the director, I'm like, "Why do you want me in this movie?" And she's like, "You're the Voldemort of the universe, and they can't make a movie without you." And I'm like, "I'm so in." I'm so in. But I will say this. I said to Scott, I was like, I love being a part of the franchise. I love I value that part and what William Afton means to the fans. And so I take it really seriously. In fact, Dead by Daylight, the video game, they were like, "We want you to do the Springtrap lines." And I'm like, "I'm not doing Springtrap until I do Springtrap for the movie." Mm-hmm. So the only way I do Springtrap is that people go see the movie on December 5th. Yeah. And then they'll make a third, and then hopefully the third we make a third. That's my hope.
He works for Blumhouse.
Oh, yeah.
When does that come out again? What's the date?
Yeah. Push.
Over here.
So my question is kind of a culmination of like 2. First, what was the most physically demanding scene on the set? And second, this one's for Roger. How did you get your Ghostface voice?
I came up with it at the audition.
Oh, really?
That's, I did what you do as an actor. There was me and about 100 other guys, and you read the scene. The audition was that first scene from the first film. And you break it down, you find the beats, you determine what it needs. It had to be a real voice, a real person, but something interesting to keep her on the phone. So I had a little warmth to it, a little color. "Oh, you're making popcorn? I only make popcorn when I'm going to watch a movie. But it's got to be able to go very dark. Why, what did you think I said? Can you handle that, Blondie?"
Roger, what was the voice you didn't go with?
What's your favorite scary movie? You hang up on me again, I'll gut you like a fish, do you understand?
Terrifying. That end of the movie sequence, the whatever scene that was that we shot for 3 weeks, that was exhausting. The level of energy that we had in the end of that film, it's a lot. If you go back and watch, you're like, oh, they're crazy. Like all of that chewing of scenery that's happening by those actors. That last sequence was demanding. There's a very clear memory in my mind of the three of us, Nev and Skeet and I, sitting in a room with sticky, bloody hands, and we were covered in blood for 3 weeks. And just being like with your hands, like watching the sticky, like sort of go. It was crazy.
I love it. So this should probably be our last question. I'm sorry, you guys.
No pressure.
No, yeah. It's got to be the best question.
Is it a good question? If not, just sit down, child. Do not mess this up. How confident are you? Scale of 1 to 10.
Like a 5.
Hey, 5's better than 1.
I'm gonna be so mad at you.
No.
I'm kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not even good at saying it. What's your question?
What was your favorite scene to film in the first one?
I was waiting.
Everyone's waiting for me to make a joke. The end sequence. We'll go one more question. One more question. You did great. You did a great job. Let's hear.
You did so great that it inspired one more.
By the way, how about Ice Nine Kills and Spencer putting on a hell of a con?
And while we're at it, George and Mike and Dustin and all the great people here, Nick, that put on this whole thing behind the scenes. It is over and over and over. I hear from folks who do a lot of cons that it's the best run, it's the smoothest, it's the coolest. So
it's been great. What's your question?
This is a question for any one of you. Was there a specific moment that was behind the scenes that was notable to you guys?
Oh,
I was just going to answer that as part of my favorite thing to film. You know, the scene with Billy and Sydney in her bedroom. She was at her desk typing on the computer. That's a fake wall. While they were filming, I was on the other side of that wall, in a walk-in closet that's as big as an apartment. So I'm listening to them through this wall, doing all the scene and watching on the monitor. And they didn't know I was in there. Did you?
Not at all. I just found out.
David Arquette and I, we weren't working one night, and we were filming in this town, Santa Rosa, and I didn't go to regular or mostly high school or college. And it was prom night in the town, and we followed 5 different prom limos and crashed 5 different prom parties. And we're like, and then go off to the next one. We're like, oh, there's cans after the run, go. Yeah, we crashed 5 prom parties and had a right old time. It was great.
Amazing.
I remember specifically us going to ride go-karts one night, or one day. I don't even remember day for night. But being from a racing family, that's always going to be the highlight for me. So, yeah, I remember that specifically.
Yeah, I have. It's not really a moment of filming, but I have these. So this is a little longer of an answer, and it's a little esoteric. So we have these ebbs and flows in our lives, right? Our careers go up and down. And when you are down, there are moments in your life you just never know if you're going to come back. You never know if anyone's ever going to ask you to do the thing you love ever again. And so there are moments in my life I hold on to as these little beacons of something to give me hope that I don't suck at this job, right? And I'm supposed to be doing this. And there's a moment in the movie where we had one cell phone on set. There were no cell phones back then. One cell phone on set, and I was going to borrow it. I know I've told this story a million times, but I went up to Wes and I was going to borrow the phone. I'm going to call my mom to say happy birthday to my mom on her birthday. And I was like, can I borrow the phone? I'm calling my mom. And Wes Craven at the time said, we were just talking about you. It was Marianne and Wes. And he was saying, we were just talking, oh yeah, what are you saying? Is what I said. And he said, we were just talking that someday you're going to win an Academy Award. And I said, oh, why don't you tell my mom that? And so my mom gets this phone call. I'm like, hi, it's me. Hold on a sec. Wes Craven wants to say hi. And I say, hi, your son's doing great. I just want to let you know that someday your son's going to win an Academy Award. And the reason I say that is because these moments in which I am lost and full of insecurity, these moments where I feel like I have no right to be in this job, that imposter syndrome rages through me to this day at 55 years old. I find these little idiosyncratic moments in my life that I hold on to that give me hope, that remind me that I'm doing the right thing, that I'm on a journey. And that is one of those moments that I will go to and hold on, and it grounds me in a place of hope and security. So, to me, right, like we all need to find these moments where we feel like we don't suck. Thanks, man.
Silver Scream Con 4.
Yeah.
Roger L. Jackson. Rose McGowan. Matthew Lillard. And Skeet Ulrich. Thank you so fucking much.
Hey there, this is Nolan North, and you are watching Fandom Spotlight. Good for you. Very proud of you. Now go watch more. Oh, and have fun and follow your fandom.